for the three. They feel that's as easy as getting a deuce. So go with the three.
Now it's Reddick jumping on Gray. He fires the three anyway. Put back, knocked away from Levy. Reddick's got it.
Foul Reddick.
I want you to watch this, folks. Here's the young man from the Sudan, moved to London, then came to Blair, New Jersey. Now he is here in Durham. What a basketball future he has at 6'8", baby.
He really can handle it. They love his versatility. Now there's Ewing going to find his sidekick, his buddy. Look at him, wide open, squares the body. What a clinic he could put on shooting the jump shot. The anatomy of the shot. The kid has a perfect release. Luol Deng is special. Was a great soccer player. And what makes him even more special, he's a beautiful, beautiful young guy.
(53-44). Duke ahead. You know, foul is called, you know, we've had Kyle Visser out there, the 6'11" freshman for Wake Forest, number 55. And I think 6'11" is the key number because Coach Prosser wanted a little more size down there.
You know, Brant, when you think about most teams would not have weathered the storm that Duke laid on them early in this game. That shows you a lot about this basketball team, that they've been able to hang Wake Forest, because I'm telling you, they're meeting Duke at a time when Duke is focused and is ready to play with a lot of intensity and emotion, especially defensively.
Coach K approached this like an NCAA tournament. A turnaround from a Thursday night game to Saturday afternoon, and Reddick knocks down the three ball again. Just like that, they're back to 11.
Did he flat out shoot it? I'm telling you, have you seen a better shooter? I haven't seen any since Mullen, man. Name me one better shooter than that in college over the last 25 years. I haven't seen him. I'm not saying player, I'm saying shooter. I want to make that very clear. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at the follow through. He knows it's going down. It feels good. First time I heard about him, Brent, he was a sophomore. Howard Garfinkel tells me, he said, Dick, we got to get him by camp. I'm telling you, it's automatic when he lets it go.
That's just great wrist action, isn't it, Dick, when you were talking about the follow through?
Remember Rick Mount years ago with Purdue?
Purdue.
Wow, that was a big-time shooter.
Knocked away from Gray and out of bounds. Wake ball. Down 11 again. That was the margin at the intermission. Biggest lead in the first half for Coach K's Blue Devils was 13.
Coach K coaches like it's his first game. The same with a Roy Williams, a Gary Williams. This league is now loaded with marquee coaches. Nice ball reversal.
And the three ball is fired up by Teron Downey, a 6'2" junior who he's quite a story because 8 days before their season opener, he had to win an emergency appendectomy.
Yep. Came back and played and got 20 points and sparked him to a win over John Calipari's team, who signed a long-term extension, which we had announced during that game that would happen.
Williams has it knocked away by Wake.
Great ball reversal in that last possession by Wake Forest. I mean, every game in this conference this year, Brent, is going to be special. I mean, Georgia Tech's got a date today with Maryland. Next week, it's Maryland playing on, saying welcome to the Comcast, to the Dukies. Remember last year, they went in as #1 in America. You and I did the game and lost to Maryland.
Maryland, incidentally, is the last team to win here at Cameron.
2001.
And that was February 27th, 2001. Duke since then has run off 35 consecutive victories at home. Now, Dick, if you take a look around the ACC, this is a conference of sophomores. Man, they're all over the place.
Nick Cantor-Medley's really improving. I love, everybody loves Raymond. You got to like Mr. May on the inside. McCants is a high riser. Reddick can flat out shoot it. Sheldon Williams is power on the interior. Justin Gray is an area code jump shooter. Eric Williams, a man on the interior. Jared Jack is an outstanding point guard. And today we take a look at some of the Super Souths. Mr. Gray, nothing but nylon. And then we're going to watch Mr. Williams on the interior. And now we're going to watch Sheldon Williams with the drop step inside. And of course, the star of them all, the Super Souths, J.J. Reddick.
Well, you know, last season here at Duke, they rebuilt this team around 4 freshmen. And so there's the young man again, Ding.
26 and 7 last year with those freshmen. Lost to Kansas and Roy Williams in the Sweet 16.
Paul muscling through.
Nice drive by the little guy. What a special player he's going to be in that Wake uniform. Last year won the first ACC regular season title since your buddy Billy Packer and Lenny Chappell did it back in '62.
One thing about this Wake team is
nice
they
pass.
have not quit. You know, it's remarkable watching the job that Prosser has done in coaching this game, coming off their first loss last Tuesday night. So it was an angry Demon Deacon team coming in here, down 13 in the first half, down 11 at the intermission, and they just battle their way back in the game. And Justin Gray now, unfortunately for Wake, has picked up his 4th personal. So take a seat. Strickland comes on to the floor. The lead is 9, 12 minutes to go. But Duke, unlike North Carolina State, Wake Forest is not going away. They're showing great heart in this game. I just was very disappointed in North Carolina State the other game. I thought they'd hang in there for a while.
I did too. Their talent level is a lot better than what they performed here in that game, and they seem to have backed away from the Dukies in that contest rather than just battle and battle and battle. I know Hodge was really struggling, and he's a really talented player.
Ewing losing it on the drive, but it was knocked out of bounds by Wake. We'll take a break now. Duke 58, Wake 49. NCAA basketball on ABC will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Down tonight, there'll be only one unbeaten team in the ACC, either Wake Forest or Duke. You can see at the top, NC State having suffered its first loss here on Thursday night. Georgia Tech has already lost. Maryland's been beaten. North Carolina has dropped 2 games. And now this well-balanced Duke offense goes back to work again, and that is 19 points for J.J. Redick.
And getting Redick open, you got to really shadow him. You got to find him. You can't let him square his body, Brent. Earlier this year, he was having a tough time getting free for that jump shot. Purdue shut him down big time. Great defensive stopper. They got to give him a low. Purdue, Gene Teddy won his 500th the other day.
Ball off the drive, and the foul goes against Duke that time. You know, we have talked about balance. And 6 players averaging 9 points a game for Duke. And in 11 of 15 games, now that counts today, Duke has had at least 4 double-digit scores. Now, that's the good news. The bad news for Coach K is, if you look at his bench, he doesn't have a single point off his bench here today.
He doesn't go to the bench at all. He's one of those coaches that believes in playing players a lot of minutes. He's done that over the years. Sometimes I think we overdo the depth. The bottom line is kids want to play. Take a look at the bench scoring. You anticipate that. Wade goes to the bench a little more. What a great defensive play.
Got it into Redick's hands.
Give it up. He says, no, I'm not giving it up. I'm taking it to the goal. He had Duhan for a layup.
This could be a season-high performance for him. He's at 21 right now.
You know, the high this year has been like 23. Listen to the crowd, baby. What a 6-man. There's a bench for you. The Duke crowd is a bench. They are a bench. Tough to deal with.
Watch Dockery.
Look at Mr. Ball get his pocket. Stripped right there. Now look at right now, Mr. Redick. Head up, head up. Defense comes to him. He doesn't get a chance to see Duhan, but he does convert. Look at the intensity. Look at the intensity. I love you, Sean. You made that happen.
So J.J. Redick leading the way.
A picture-perfect stroke, Brent. Look at him spotting up, running to that trifecta line. Oh, does he love the 3, baby. It's a little 3 ball down here at Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Duke's biggest lead, 14. 10:55 left in the game. And does Wake have it in him one more time to come back?
And cut it to 3. And then look at the defense.
Downey's having trouble out on the point.
Suffocating.
Redick going again.
He missed one. He's human.
Picked up by Wake. Strickland attack. Drew the foul. He'll shoot a pair.
Nice drive by Strickland. sliding and gliding. Here's the number for you to blow your mind. When you think about the ACC, the only coach to win more league games in their first 2 years than Skip Prosser. No, his name is not Dean Smith. It's Bill Guthridge. 22 wins by Mr. Prosser in his first 2 years. He's going for his 7th consecutive 20-game win season. No, he's going for his 8th. He's had 7 already. He's had 7. They're going to be tough to deal with down at Wake. Trust me. They are going to be tough to deal with at home. What a win this would be, though, if Wake would ever come back and win. To early in the season have victories at North Carolina and Duke would be amazing. But right now, 14 down.
And missing a pair of free throws.
Yes, sir. It's going to be tough. That three-point shot will just change the complexion of the game. Look at him running into screens. Charged by Reddick.
And that is his 4th foul of the game, and that will signal Ewing up off the bench. And a reminder now, next Saturday, the Winter X Games at 1 Eastern, 3 Pacific. That is snowboard slopestyle. Women's skiing next Saturday. We'll take you to Aspen, Colorado. There's a note here that Sports Center will report live from Aspen on Monday, January 26th, and Tuesday, January 27th. Now that's duty. You get to go from Bristol to Aspen. Huh?
Wow.
That's not bad.
It's not a bad journey, huh?
No.
You know, I've never been to Aspen.
Bring money. Down he puts it down. Here's Strickland. Levy on the other side. He's got a good rebounder. Underneath. Put it down. And he'll shoot now for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
He was really working on the inside, really tough. You mentioned going from Aspen, from Bristol. Look at Strickland on the inside. Now we're going to watch Levy. He's just working on the interior. Comes up with the loose ball, slides and glides and converts. Linda Cohn is getting that assignment, one of my favorite ladies. I had Robin Roberts' nephew the other day, Lawrence Roberts. She had told me a long time. She had said, long time ago, Dickie V, someday you will talk about my nephew. And oh, was Robin right. Now Robin, a big star with Good Morning America on ABC.
So Levy injured on the play.
They can substitute.
And
free throw
Paul will shoot the free throw.
So beautiful to have a young guy like Chris Paul who comes in. He fits in with everyone, doesn't come in with a big head. He's a great team player, very unselfish, phenomenal attitude, looks you in the eye when he speaks to you. I mean, class. Never ready. His family bought 60 season tickets, and they sit together down there at the Wake games. They got T-shirts. Great love in that family.
Williams with a nifty save. At the end line, was able to get it off the Wake player and out of bounds. So Duhon will take the ball at 9:56, and Wake throws a little pressure at it.
Next 3 minutes are vital for Wake Forest. They got to come up with a spurt. Down 12, they got to find a way with their defense to create some offensive opportunities off their defense.
And remember, Reddick is on the bench with 4 fouls in this game. He has led the way offensively for the Blue Devils at 21.
Go to Williams inside, slide him to the post and get.
There they were, but they turn it over.
That was the look, though. That was the look. You can feel it up here.
Away from the ball, it goes against Danilus.
Again, Danilus backing in on Williams on the other end. Danilus right now, haven't seen him last year. He's not as fluid, and you can see that ankle sprain, and certainly all the time he's missed, has hurt. Oh, look at the football pass. He made like Peyton Manning, letting one fly. By the way, who wins that, baby?
Tough game, huh? Peyton against Coach Belichick and that New England defense up there. Cold weather. I guess you have to like the home team a little bit because of the weather situation. But underdogs last week were like 4-0, and Peyton Manning has just been on a remarkable roll. Has anybody seen a quarterback any hotter in the playoffs? I guess we'd have to go back to what, Joe Montana and Steve Young. I mean, it's been an unbelievable performance. How about you? Who do you like?
New England and Philadelphia. Donovan McNabb will go to the Super Bowl, and he will hook up with Peyton Manning. They're going to find a way. Tony Dungy, one of the classiest guys. You got to root for Dungy. He represents everything that's good about a person in the coaching profession.
Yeah, he's a wonderful, wonderful man.
Great guy.
I'm into that.
He was a good basketball player back when he grew up as a kid in the state of Michigan.
65-51. I'll tell you, though, Dick, do not count out Carolina. They just kind of have that little look about them. They've been able to... but anyway, back to basketball. 65-51.
Duke playing a little combination here. Soft man-to-man. Trying to disguise a little. They're playing man.
There's Gray on the pull-up.
Almost gave a look as a matchup, but it was a man-to-man, but just a little soft, not their normal pressure on the ball. Starting to get into a time in his game where Duke loves having the lead and then go to a 2-3 foul line extended set. Tough to defend. Double up, he's got to find the open man. There he is. Smart, manage the clock. You're up 14. Got to have good basketball IQ.
Knocked away from Williams, and Wake comes up with it. Duke is back defensively. They did not give Downey a layup, but Duhon fouled it.
Good job of getting back on a defensive end in transition. That's a must today. For example, you got North Carolina playing Connecticut. You better be able to get back, and both those teams really do a great job of getting out in transition. So the team that gets back defensively and makes it 5-on-5 is going to have a great chance to win that game. I think North Carolina's going to be very difficult to beat at home. I really believe that. Their starting five is dynamite.
1-1.
So the left-hander at the free throw line.
Excellent free throw shooter. His career better than 82%. Another kid with a positive attitude and just understands. Like, for example, he goes to the bench, not going to start, doesn't affect him. He knows he's going to get minutes. Realizes that we're going to try to go for a little bit more size, starting Strickland.
Duke's advantage is a dozen.
Half-court trap.
Got the steal.
Give it up.
22. He was all alone, Dick. He could roll in that time. So Vitas Danilus out of Lithuania just took it on in for the easy layup.
Down at 10. They got to get it to single digits. Let's say about a 7-minute mark. You get a little psychologically get the, they're going to go to a half-court trap. You can pay for this, but you got to flash to the ball. That's what you got to do. Flash to the ball.
And Ewing nails the three ball, and the lead is 13.
Great coaching against the half-court trap. Flash somebody to the post area, and he stepped out to three-point range, which was wide open.
Dockery, an athlete who's had a lot of trouble getting minutes because of the quality of the starting five, but he's shown us something here.
And wait till they bring in Sean Livingston next year at the point. Where do you see this kid from out of Illinois? I saw some highlights of him. Wow, is he for real? Out of Peoria, they were crushed at Illinois. They decided to leave the state.
Duhon. Not a good-looking shot, was it?
And they were also bringing in a kid from California who can score, DeMarcus Nelson and David McClure from out of Connecticut. So the beat goes on for the Dukies.
Or the rich get richer, folks. I'm out.
Like you.
NCAA basketball on ABC Sports, brought to you by Samuel Adams. When you're ready for a distinctive brew, Samuel Adams, always a good decision. Singular, the wireless company that fits you best. And Microsoft, your potential, our passion.
J.J. Redick back in the lineup for Duke. The leading scorer here today for the Devils with 21. Comes back with 4 personal fouls, 7 minutes to go, and Duke up 13. They've won 35 consecutive games here. Mike Krzyzewski has won 603 games. Levy on the inside has it rejected by Williams.
He's becoming a shot blocking machine on the interior.
Yanks away the Eric Williams miss, and a little bit of pain as he goes down. They quickly rush to his aid.
He's got 8 block shots already today. 8 block shots. Played with D'Angelo Alexander in high school. There's one of the 8. Great timing. He's only a second-year player, getting better and better with the minutes. Mike Krzyzewski told me before the game, I'd like to get him a game where he can play 30, 35 minutes and not get in foul trouble. A lot of silly fouls. I mean, his numbers are basically based on about 20 minutes of action.
He's also pulled down 11 rebounds in this game, so he's been extremely active on the glass. One of the differences, one of the reasons why Duke enjoys this lead.
They got to make a little run here, need a spurt, need some threes. Downey certainly can knock him down.
Here's the main man, Gray. He can't get any daylight on UN.
They double up in the post.
Ding putting it down again. Finds Reddick. Reddick to the glass, and he's fouled. He comes to the free throw line for a pair, and if he makes them both, and he's the favorite, he'd be sitting on a 23.
You know, he sits at 23, and that would be the high for the year. JJ had 22 against Texas as the high.
Well, Sydney Briscoe can't remember what happened for the last 2 years of her life, so tomorrow everything will finally be revealed on a new alias. Tomorrow at 9, 8 Central here on ABC.
What are the odds in making these two? What are the odds in making these two? He missed one today, folks. If you just joined us late, he made 54 in a row to set a new ACC record and then missed one, and now he's on another streak. He's the purest shooter, and I'll say that again, that I have seen since Chris Mullin. He's not the greatest player, but he's the purest shooter.
Some of you don't remember Chris Mullin. He led St. John's to a Final Four one year. He used to have a key to the gym. Played up at St. John's. He was a legendary player. I think someday he'll probably run in the Golden State Warriors the way it looks. He's an excellent front office guy in the NBA now. The left-hander had a wonderful score.
He already announced he's not interested in his alma mater's coaching vacancy. They should give that job right now. I could give it to a great kid. He will have New York jumping with joy. Bobby Gonzalez from out of Manhattan is ready for that job, my friends. He has coached in the ACC. He understands the city. He understands the AAU competition, the high school ranks, and he would get players, and St. John's would have the Garden rocking again. Case closed.
Speaking of young coaches, Skip Prosser has a son, Mark, who's coaching over on the Bucknell staff. And a reminder that coming up next, of course, the GMC NBA hang time, and followed by Minnesota, Houston. We have NBA today, and then tomorrow the San Antonio Spurs are at the Boston Celtics.
I'll tell you one thing. You talk about that Houston team. You got to like Mr. Francis, certainly, and Kevin Garnett. You talk about a do-it-all, an automatic double-double guy.
Timeout is called.
In that trapping area, you got to find that open. You got to find that opening right up there in that 3-second area, or at the high post area. When you face that trap, you got to be aware of it. They were prepared today in terms of preparation on their blackboard with all the defenses they may see from Skip Prosser. Take a look right now. You're going to attack this trap. Now watch what happens when you get into a trapping area. Hold it, freeze it. See, here comes the double up. Look at this open area. Here's where you want to slide somebody into this area here. And watch Duke. They read it perfectly. And here comes Mr. You freeze it. Right there. Bango. Count it. Nothing but nylon. Right into the open area. It's like a clinic. I feel I want to get back coaching. Hey, everybody else is getting back out there. I mean, look at these guys at the ages. Jack McKean and UB Brown. Give me a job, Brent. I want some of that cash.
Exactly. When you pay millions, you can get anybody to come back and coach.
I go there and coach and hire you as my assistant. Look at that Duke defense. She give me the Knicks job. You get it to Lenny Wilkins. Give me a shot.
The drive to
you can't win and come back when you allow that to happen. You allow that to happen, a wide open lane. I could have went through there and made that layup.
Gray is fouled by Ewing.
As you said earlier, and said it so well, Mike Krzyzewski treated these last 48 hours basically like an NCAA tournament with a Thursday and a Saturday. He's always thinking in a way of motivating, always coming up. I mean, it's really special. You know, you talk about teachers, and he learned from as good a teacher as you're going to find in Bobby Knight. If you go to a practice session down here at Texas Tech, you talk about a clinic that he puts on and teaching the game. It's incredible.
Gray knocks down the free throw.
I know people in Indiana don't like to hear this, but I see out there Coach K. Court, Bobby Cremins down here at Georgia Tech, Lute Olson. I've said it, Brent. Forget about all the nonsense. If everybody else is getting courts named after him, Bobby Knight, for what he did at Indiana, she should name the building the Assembly Hall / Robert Montgomery Knight Center. Get some class down here, some of those administrators, and stop being so immature.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful two-man play coming down into the paint.
There's Williams wide open. I think you're putting this one in a Duke book for a W, Mr. Musburger. You're getting ready to talk about the Celtics tomorrow. I saw Red Auerbach the other day after the game with Maryland. Looked so great, talking to him about basketball. He was there with John Feinstein. John's going to be doing a book about having lunch with Red on a regular basis.
Hope he got Red to pick up the check.
Hey, there's Danny Ainge. Come on, Danny, smile. As a double up, spot the open man. Look at Duhan, head up. Sheldon Williams with the finish. What's making Duke so much better now is they're starting to get inside play from Williams and Randolph to go with that great perimeter game. I think the best backcourt in America, and I wish you get a chance to see them, was Jameer Nelson and Delonte West of St. Joe's. But I think, obviously, the deepest and best backcourt in America is Duke. They got 5 guys that can rotate in that perimeter.
The lead is 14. 5 minutes to go. There is no margin of error now for Wake Forest.
Like 0. They better make every possession count. There's Duke taking some time off the clock. They're going to go to that 2-3 set. Spread the court. There they are spreading the court. There's the double up. Reverse the ball.
Here they come. Downey.
Nice play by Downey, stepping into the passing lane. Poor job by Duke in that they didn't step to the basketball. For all you young kids out there, understand, you got to step to the ball. You can't wait for the ball to come to you. So
leads it doesn't.
You don't want to get too cautious. If they got the open opportunity, you got to take it.
Duhan, the senior.
He's been sensational this year. Absolutely sensational. Chris Duhan has played as well as most point guards in America. He has been absolutely dynamite in his senior year. He's spinning, whirling, going down the lane, taking the ball strong to the basket. Think of on the current home winning streaks. Pittsburgh leads the nation with 37. Duke at 35. Creighton at 25. Wake Forest has 24 in a row. And Texas, who just beat Wake, has 24 in a row. And the biggest crowd up there in Texas in the history of their basketball against Wake.
Duke is up 14. Play on the drive. Traveling call.
Larry Rose with the call.
That's a big traveling call, and Skip is up and not happy. .358 left. Duke closing in on 36 in a row at home. You're watching ABC Sports Championship Television with Dick Vitale. I'm Brent Musburger. Coming up, the GMC NBA hang time, followed by Minnesota, the Timberwolves against Houston and Yao Ming. And here, Duke leading Wake Forest 76-62.
A numbers. Got numbers, that means layup city. Layup city. They execute so well. Put the ball in the hands of Duhan, and he will find the open man and have the Cameron Crazies jump with joy.
Now, J.J. Redick, he had his best shooting performance of the season. 23 is his high. Sheldon Williams, though, has done the little things. There he is defensively. Foul is called. But Sheldon Williams in this game has 15 points, but listen to these two numbers. 12 rebounds and 8 blocked shots for Sheldon Williams. So he did the dirty work for Coach K underneath. And then, of course, out on top, J.J. Redick. And Ewing, Dick, as you pointed out, he had a big three when Wake was making its last run.
Well, you know, Sheldon Williams is going for a triple-double here in a very unique way, certainly when you think about block shots. But he's one of the improved players in America. Jason Maxiell has really improved down here in Cincinnati. As you said earlier, some kids need a year or two to just get adjusted to making that transition to the collegiate level before they can really start to find their game. And with each game you watch